What's up, Jay? Jay Pylon in the building. Hey, Jay, I could go live with you in the mornings with this shit too, yo. This app that I've been using, this Prism app, I can go live, yo. I can send you the link, like how used to be on StreamYard. And I can send you some shit and we can go live, I think, on this. We gotta test that out one day. We definitely gotta test that out one day. Today, YouTube ain't putting out no damn notifications. YouTube ain't putting out no notifications. Kick keep putting them out, thank goodness, but YouTube on that nonsense, yo. YouTube is on the nonsense. It's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, dang. How you gonna do me dirty like that, Tube? Anyway. Just waiting for a few more people to get in. I had to put out the notice on X myself. Uh-oh, Jay got his AMC stubs. I mean, he gonna see all the movies. Jay gonna see everything. Hey, Jay, I'm trying to go see Warzone this weekend. I want to see Working Man. I might go see the King of Kings joint with the kids. I don't know. It might be a busy weekend, bro. We'll see. Sloth movie. Sloth. What's up, Noel? Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Sunday weekend. Easter weekend, boy. Easter weekend. Sorry you guys got to look at my dirty windshield. I'll get that situated for you guys in a second. There we go. Sneakers. Is Sinners out this weekend for real? I do want to see that. That look good. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna have to say the Lord's Prayer before I walk in that movie, but I do want to see that movie. I do want to see that movie. What's Warzone? Yeah, I think that's that Marine movie that came out from that. What's that? That film company that made Civil War A24. Yeah, I want to see that. I heard good reviews about it, so I do want to see that. Four movies free a week. I remember that. I had that, but it wasn't AMC. It was it was another service that did it first before the movie theaters jumped on it. There was another app that did it first, and it was, I think I got to see one movie a day for $10 a month. Uh-oh. I got to see one movie a day for $10 a month. I remember that. I forgot what service that was. And I used to burn that shit up. I used to wear that shit out. I remember that. I can't remember what it was, though. I can't remember the name of the service for real. It was a packed house yesterday. It looked great. It looked like it's a good movie. It looked like it's going to be a good movie. Oh, where is that right? I'm gonna probably go to Warehouse Cinema over here. That's one of my favorite theaters for real. Warehouse Cinema got the beer wall and they got better like movie snacks and shit. Probably go there and watch the movie. Ooh, it looked like it might not be no traffic today. Today is Good Friday. A lot of people have taken off or are working remotely. So I shouldn't hit any traffic on the way to work. That would be ideal. Oh, shit. I forgot to get the old fucking lawn furniture off the back of the damn deck. I put all my wife's new shit together. I think, not all of it. I got like 2 more boxes to go, but I think that's a table. I think she got, I don't know what the fuck I guess it's a table. I don't know what's in there. Anyway, I got 2 more boxes to put together, but they're small boxes. They're out of the way. But got almost all of her shit put together. We'll get to put that shit to good use. We got, I don't know, we probably got like 25 people coming over the house for Easter dinner. Your boy gonna fry turkey. I might go live while I fry the turkey. Yeah, I might go live while I fry the turkey. And I think I'm gonna fry up some whiting. I ain't gonna do no catfish this year. Maybe, I don't know. If them niggas pitching on the catfish, I'll fry up some catfish. I still got a couple pieces of catfish. So I probably got about a good 10 pieces of catfish left. So I'll probably fry that up. But I'm gonna get me a box of whiting. We're gonna fry that up. And then fry the turkey. My mother insists on 2 hams. So we're gonna go ahead and do the 2 hams. And then everybody else gonna bring a dish, right? Nice little potluck. So it should be a fun time. My wife really enjoys hosting for holidays. That's something we wanted to do since we bought the house. We just never really did it. But now we're embracing it. All right, we had New Year's Eve at the house. For Christmas we went out of town. We went to Deep Creek, which was pretty fucking dope. We'll probably do that again this year. But we did New Year's at the house, and we did something else at the house. I can't remember. We did some other event at the house. I can't remember. And then now we're going to do Easter at the house, which should be fun. Yeah. Oh, Belly, yeah, I went to see Belly when did Belly come out? Belly came out 1998? I remember going to see it. My father didn't care. He just took us to see whatever the fuck. That nigga did not care. I told you I saw Players Club in the theater when I was like 7 or 8. Oh man, but yeah, so I might live stream on Sunday when I get up to fry that turkey. And fry the turkey, and then I'm gonna fry up the fish. And the fish I'm gonna fry up probably later on in the afternoon. I'll probably come back and fry. Well, actually, I could probably just, because the turkey ain't gonna take long for real. So I could honestly, if we're gonna, let me think about this. So we got to go to church at 12, right? We joined another church, better church. You know, I guess I say a church more fitting for us. We'll probably get home like 1, 2 o'clock. Probably get home around 2. Before we go to church, I'll probably fry the turkey before we go to church. Yeah, I'll probably fry the turkey before we go to church because I don't want to be up against the clock. And then I'll fry the fish and stuff right after that. Do catfish bites? That's a good idea. Oh, where your job did today? Hey, Mop, did you see what I asked you, yo? I don't remember, yo. I was gonna say, yo, I'll pay you $50, yo, to go down to the protest, yo. I'll cash app you $50 to go down to the protest and get some footage in Frisco if you up to it. My pops took me to see Four Brothers. Four Brothers was a good fucking movie, yo. Four Brothers was a good ass movie. All right, no problem, yo. No problem. I just remember you said you was close in the area. I like, shit, we need some boots on the ground out there, bitch. Oh man. Anyway, let's get to it. So now everybody's talking about this real ID. They said by May 7th, if you ain't got real ID, they gonna be hard pressed to let you on any plane or travel domestically, let alone internationally. All right, this shit is wild. I'm sitting there like, damn, they tripping, right? But my first my first thought was like, I thought everybody had real ID already. And the reason why I thought everybody had real ID already is because I've had real ID since 2021 because Maryland forced us to get real ID. Maryland forced us to get real ID. And the way they forced us is because when you renew your license, you have no choice. You can't opt out of the real ID. You had to get real ID when you renewed your license. And I had to renew my license in 2021. So I had to go to the MVA and I had to take all these documents with me, right? Now, before, when I would renew my license, I didn't need all that shit. I just needed my current license, take that down that bitch with like a bill or something, and then I was straight. But with the real ID, they had me bring all these documents down like I was reapplying for a driver's license, like I'm a new driver. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why we gotta do all this shit? Y'all already should have all this shit on file. And then I was like, oh, here we go with this shit. This is some fucking Patriot Act shit. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, some Patriot Act shit. It's gotta be. They're really forcing niggas to get this quote unquote ID for security purposes, for public safety. We want to make sure that, you know, you're a citizen of Maryland and the United States of America. And I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like, before I got my shit renewed, I'm like, I've been seeing illegals with real ID. I've been seeing illegals with real ID. I kid you not. And I'm like, so how the fuck is this for public safety and making sure that you're a citizen of the United States and y'all handing out real ID to illegals? That shit did not make sense to me, not at all. You had to get one for your passport to get renewed. I need to renew my passport, by the way. But yeah, this shit is crazy to me. I'm like, yo, are y'all serious? I said, here we go with this bullshit. Now they trying to have us on a fucking central ledger for everybody. That's why they wanted all of our information for that new real ID shit, because they probably was like, all right, whatever we gave for like our licenses back when we got them, that shit probably was no longer in their records. So they was like, all right, let's roll out this real ID shit. So now when this person rolls up and gets their ID scanned when they're traveling, their fucking social security pops up, their birth certificate pops up, their address pops up, fucking place of employment, all that shit pops up. Right? But I thought this shit was all, I guess Maryland must have been ahead of the curve when it came to that. Right? It's just interesting to me because plus I work, you know, like I said, I work at the port, right? I do IT for the port. So part of my job was to help this company install and troubleshoot facial recognition at the cruise terminal. So when people get off the cruise terminal, they coming off the boat, they literally are in line. They got to turn and face these machines. The machines fucking take a snapshot of their face, and then they be like, proceed to your customs officer. So I guarantee they're going to be using Real ID in conjunction with this facial recognition software. I think this is another big brother tactic right here. What's up, Josh? Joshua Parker. I think this is another big brother situation. You got your Real ID 4 years ago. Yeah, exactly. You had to show all this ID for that shit. Yeah, they getting ready for Agenda 2030. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it seems like to me. Right? I just thought it was like I'm just like, y'all can't be more subtle with this shit. Now, I guess these other states were giving some like bail to their citizens, like, well, we'll push it out. You know, you don't have to comply with it just yet. Now they're like, nah, fuck that. They're like, nah, fuck that. We need you to go ahead and get that done now, or you can't go to fucking Miami. You're not going to be able to go to fucking Virginia Beach, Myrtle Beach for Bike Week and all this other shit. So they said lines have been long as shit at the MVA. Now, I had to get mine during the height of COVID, so I had to make an appointment and all of that other shit, and then go down there, bitch. Now, when I got down there, it didn't take long at all. They literally scanned all of my shit into the system and then took a picture, and then they said, is it anything on your voter registration would you like to change? I said, yep, make me unaffiliated. The lady laughed. I'm like, I'm fucking serious, lady. Hit that unaffiliation. I'm unaffiliated. And she's like, okay. I was like, thank you. What's up, Purple Soul? You know? But the shit is inevitable, guys. Like, it's inevitable. I mean, you could try to withstand certain things, right? But a lot of the shit they're going to try to implement is inevitable. You know? You just got to be ready. You got to be ready. How much can you take, right? How much can you withstand? Right? And you know how people are going to be compliant about it is, like, think about it, right? Remember during the Cove base, what they say? They wanted you to have a fucking vaccine passport, remember? They wanted you to have a vaccine passport. They were throwing that shit around. I think they're still going to use Real ID as part of that as well with the vaccine passport. You know? All of that shit is going to be tied into your Real ID. Your vaccine passport is going to be tied into your Real ID. J.A., shout out to J.A. She had said a comment yesterday in the Griff Report. I think it was in the Griff Report. It might have been in the Hotep chat. She was like, Real ID might replace your passport, right? Real ID might actually replace your passport, because and it makes sense the way they're setting it up, the way they're pushing it, the way that they're doing it. It could replace your passport. Like I said, your Real ID might be everything, right? You know, it'll be it'll tell what immunizations you have or you don't have. You know, it'll tell everything. This is going to be the ultimate ID for Big Brother to easily keep surveillance on you. Social currency. Oh, 100%. Mop. They already doing that shit in China. That social credit shit is a thing in China. And they trying to get it over here, but in order to get that over here, guess what they need? They need a central bank digital currency. They need a CBDC like how China got in order to do that. Because right now you still got physical cash, right? You know, people can still talk shit because they can get physical cash and stuff like that, you know. But once you get everybody, like how in China, I think China is like 98% digital currency. Once you get over China, or actually once you get like China, and then your currency is like that, where majority of the people are on that digital currency, and there is no more physical paper money, they can turn your shit off at a fucking snap of a fucking finger. You know? Oh, he was talking shit about Governor Westmore. Next thing you know, you can't fucking go get yourself a goddamn hamburger from Five Guys because your fucking card's turned off. Remember they did that shit in Canada for the trucker protests? Because everything's state-run in Canada. They were canceling truckers' fucking insurance and freezing their fucking funds in their bank. It was crazy. All because they wanted to protest the AME. There's always chestnut checkers. You know, it's okay to look at shit on its face, but then you also gotta look past that as well a lot of the times. Alright, what's the bigger play here? We'll find out. Real ID is just the catalyst, right? This is just the first step. In the next few years, you're gonna find what the Real ID is really for. But I guarantee it's going to have everything about you on that shit. It's going to have everything about you. Think about it, right? Like even with like Cash App, verify your identity. What they do? They want you to take a picture of your fucking license. They want you to take a picture of your ID to verify your identity. Think about that. So now there's a cruise ship over there now. So now, if you do act out, they can shut your money off. I'm trying to see what ship that is today. Is that Royal Caribbean or is that Carnival? That's Royal Caribbean over there. So all the people that got off that boat right there, all the people that got off that big ass fucking ship, guess what? They had to walk through. They had to walk in front of the fuck. They had to walk into customs, and they had to walk in front of the facial recognition, and let facial recognition recognize them, and then customs and border patrol asked them all the other questions like, did you bring anything back, and all that other bullshit. The surveillance state is being ramped up, guys. It is being ramped up. Understand that. Trump's only in office until 2028. All right. Not saying he's the savior. I said he could very well be involved in all this shit, right? Because they've been trying to get Real ID to be a thing since 2014. They've been trying to get this to be a thing since 2013. What up, Haran? Sorry, I can see the text now because I'm in the tunnel and now I can see the fucking chats. Operation Warp Speed wasn't about the vax; it was about installing the system. Haram, no. Haram, no. Purple Soul said we did it. It was crazy on Royal Caribbean. Yep. So you went through the facial recognition scan? Yeah. Trump is what? Just God giving us grace to get our shit together. You got to get it together, and I've been saying it, guys. What I tell y'all, I said, get your shit together, get your money up, because when Donnie T gone, that prosperity gonna get shot the fuck down. So get your money now and get off the grid, my niggas. Get off the grid. Because there's a lot of things that is just like it's like Real ID is one of those things that, like, if you want to function in society, as far as like travel and shit like that, it's inevitable, you know. But you gotta be prepared. Like I always looked at the Cove base being that litmus test to see who's gonna buck the system and who's gonna comply. And we saw how many people was willing to comply. Not only willing to comply, but willing to fucking tell on their neighbor, tell on their fucking family members. You know? You got some snitches amongst the fucking ranks. By the time 2028 come, I want to have me a nice little plot of land somewhere where I can go and just fucking live off the grid. Period. See, like my family and them, my aunt put me on game with a real estate hack, as far as like how to make money in real estate. That's what she do, and she put me on some game that I'm gonna try to make happen. But like at the same time, they don't see what I see, and I was like, yeah, I'm looking at trying to grab some shit out Oklahoma, and she's like, why Oklahoma? I said, well, it's cheap. It's cheap. I can get a nice big old plot of acreage, and I can do whatever I want on that shit. I can build a house or make that. I can go hunt that shit. I can do a lot. You know, I said Zoe going to school in a couple of years. You know, or in another year, within another year. I said so. You know, Maryland ain't it. Well, why you want to leave? I'm like, look, y'all can come visit if y'all want to, but I'm trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I mean? So, like, when Jay showed me them tax sales, and I'm pretty sure other states have something similar. When Jay showed me them tax sales, I'm like, damn, that's fucking way doable. We can sell our house here, and we can buy some shit out there and live good. Right? I'm trying to be mortgage free, trying to be all that shit free. You know? So, plus when Donnie T get out of office, I want to be able to just be out there, like maybe get my, you see how fucked up these streets are? You see how fucked up this road is? This is a main road for all the fucking tractor trailers and trucks on the street. Okay? Happy I got good suspension on this bitch. It's my little beat 'em up, pick 'em up truck. My homeboy coming to look at my wife's car this weekend. But she got my car again until then, and I'm driving the truck. These streets is fucked up, bro. These streets is fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, I want to buy me a nice plot of land where I can start homesteading, get me some chickens and shit. You know what I mean? Put me a nice little rancher or something on that property. You know what I mean? Or buy a nice property with a lot of land that's already got a house that I can just renovate, you know, and be chilling. You know? Maybe buy a few more properties around town that I could rent out for some residual income. You know, then flip a couple. Still do what I do with IT and stuff like that. The wife still do what she do. It's just trying to make those money moves, you know what I mean? Just trying to make those money moves. See, you got a lot of these people out here that really want handouts, and they're upset that, like, oh, my Social Security, and your Social Security ain't even being touched. You know, you had the one lady that went viral on like Instagram. The government wants me to sell my Range Rover, my dream car. They want me to sell my dream car because if I don't, they're going to take away my assistance. I said, bitch, you got a Range Rover and you have assistance? How the fuck does that work? Tell me how you game the system like that. You rocking a Range Rover and you getting SNAP and fucking EBT and fucking Section 8? How, Sway? Let me know how you do that shit. Let me know how you did that shit, shorty. Texas has been compromised. I heard. Texas, y'all better take your motherfucking state back. Texans, y'all better take your gosh dang state back. Looks like an average Ohio road. Yeah, they charge us for these fucked up roads, and Maryland's supposed to have some of the best roads, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, yeah, I guarantee that's what the Mexicans is doing. They doing that shit here too, Jay. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good and yourself.
Pretty good. All right. Today gonna be a nice 77 degree day. I'm actually looking forward to that shit. I'm looking forward to this nice 77 degree day. I'm looking forward to this nice 77 degree day. Looking forward to this nice 77 degree day. I be seeing some dope ass shit down here, some cool ass cars. I'm like, yo, what kind of some shit I ain't never heard of before. They got a truck down this bitch that look like it's supposed to go on safari. What y'all talking? I'm trying to read through the chat. With White Spiritual, they gonna sing at the rally? They gonna sing that new Goldstein track. They gonna sing. You ain't heard the new Goldstein track, Jay? Don't tell me you ain't heard that new Goldstein track. You gotta go. I gotta send it to you. I'll send it to your ex or something. Yo, Goldstein is fucking knocking them out the park with these tracks, yo. That fucking White Spiritual that Goldstein made yesterday is fucking hilarious, yo. That shit is hilarious. I gotta change my little blinker light too. So I'm gonna Raptor line my truck. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna take it down to the office, hit it with the sander, and then I'm gonna Raptor line this bitch. I'm just trying to figure out what color I'm gonna go with. If I'm just gonna go back with the green like it's on here now or do something else. I like that fucking, it's like this new type of gray. Matter of fact, this guy's pickup truck has it. It's like this new type of gray that's out that I kinda like. I'm thinking about doing that with this truck. Because I don't have no plans on getting rid of this truck. This truck is a fucking tank. Alright, it's an 04 Silverado. Anybody know about these 04 Silverados? And these engines, the fucking truck will rust away before the engine goes away. You know what I mean? Hey, look at this shit. You see that? There we go. You see this F-150 in front of me? Right there. You see that F-150 right there in front of me? Yeah. That joint right there. I like that color. Like, you don't know if it's white or if it's gray. You know what I mean? I like that shit. I think that shit kind of sick. So, why did I just park next to him? What the fuck am I doing? I'm passing parking spots and shit. This truck got 219,000 miles on it, and it's, you don't even know. It's so quiet, you don't even know if this shit running or not. That's how good this truck is. What up, Steph? Steph in the building. You heard it? Bruh. I would love to fly down there just to be on the scene. You already know it's gonna be some grifters down there. There's gonna be tens of thousands of people here. I'm like, what the fuck are they RSVPing to a protest? Is that what they doing? They RSVPing to the protest? Shit is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. So check it, right? Remember, Jay, we were talking about who they're going to try to run in 2028, and you think it's Newsom and maybe Wes Moore as his. I think you said Newsom and Hakeem the Dream, right? And I was like, nah, Wes Moore, they knew Obama. So there was an interview with George Clooney and talking about the future of the Democratic Party, which is interesting that they're asking George Clooney what the future of the Democratic Party is. And they said, so George Clooney was talking about they need a new fresh face, and he started pushing Wes Moore live on the interview. I said, up here we go. That's the head nod. That's the head nod. And I told you, I said Wes Moore is their new Obama, and they're gonna try to push him in 2028. They're either gonna make him the president or the vice president. So we're gonna see how this shit go. You think it'd be Wes Moore and Booker? I still think that is Westmore. I mean, Cory Booker's like a useful idiot. I don't know if they're gonna rock with that nigga. But it's gonna be interesting to see in 2028. So I'm like, they got George Clooney talking about this shit out in the open, on the air, on the news. Like I'm like, oh, here we go. That's the hint. So it might be, we might see a Newsom Moore fucking ticket, or a Moore Newsom ticket. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe George Clooney's a crazy old man that nobody's gonna take serious. He's probably a crazy old man nobody's gonna take serious. Anyway, anybody got any plans this weekend? Anybody got any plans for the weekend? Like, what y'all doing? What you guys doing for Easter Sunday? What are you doing for Resurrection Sunday? You know, like I said, I'm going to church. Then I got like about 20 or 25 people coming over for dinner. I'm gonna fry up me a turkey, cook up 2 hams, fry up some fish. If I was thinking, I would have been making fish dinners to try to make the bag today for Good Friday. But I wasn't thinking. You hope nothing pop off at the right white rally? I don't know, Jay. I don't know. I hope not either. But we have the stabbing in Texas. We had the shooting at FSU. And I feel like there's going to be a third event. I'm hoping it's nothing this weekend. You know? Watching F1 and keeping my head low. Might go to the drag strip. I hear that. I ain't been to the drag strip in a minute, y'all. I used to go every weekend and just beat the shit out of my car. Saul said he going down to the track too. I hear that shit. There's a spot around here we used to go to every weekend called Capitol Raceway. We used to go down Capitol Raceway. It used to be import night on Friday nights. Go down there, either I watch or I would pay to race. It used to be a fun time. Like, y'all already know it's Strong does said the police killing the whites, moaning the blacks, dude. Yeah. Yeah, but we've been telling people that shit, right? We've been saying that shit. White men get killed by the police more than the black man. We've been saying that. Josh says Vivek 2028. Patel takeover coming soon. Oh shit. Ain't Vivek supposed to be running for like governor of Ohio or something like that? That's the last I remember hearing. He was supposed to be running for the governor of Ohio. Sunday breakfast, Easter egg hunt. Church, okay. Yeah, my wife was talking about the Easter egg hunt. My sister wanted to I need a haircut so bad. My sister wanted to she's like, can we do an Easter egg hunt at your house? I'm like, sure. So my wife got all excited and fucking started hopping and skipping and frolicking, and she was like, I'm going to get the eggs and some candy, and I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. Just get some fucking eggs and stuff that shit with some fucking Peeps or something, please. And maybe put a $2 or $3 and $5 in a couple of the eggs and then call it a day. Vivek don't want to work. I don't know, but as many Patels here now, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Patel for president. It's a possibility. I don't know if Vivek. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Jay said Vivek don't want to work. The Patel for president was Kamala. Vivek was supposed to head Doge and said nah. Now I watched the interview that he did on Flagrant, and he was saying that like they came to a crossroads with that shit. Like he was saying like he felt like some of the shit that they wanted to do, he was like like nah, that's not how I want to run this shit. Like he thought it was a little extra, I guess you should say. You think CJ and Rob Smith gonna go? They're gonna speak. Oh my God! I hope, I need somebody down there, man. Yo, I need somebody down there, yo. Oh my gosh, Orthodox. What are you saying? Orthodox and Catholics have Easter the same day this year. That's interesting. They might get Kamala again. She could be running mate with Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama would guarantee them a win. That is true. Yo, oh my gosh. Could you see that? Rob Smith and CJ Pearson up on the fucking stage. Just waxing poetic on how fucking savage and horrible the black community is. So I made that video yesterday, right? I made that video yesterday. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show y'all. Hold on. Where is the video? Here we go. God damn it. There we go. Here's the video.
Cam's funeral was, I believe, yesterday, and I just want to send an apology to his family members on the behalf of the black community.
Let me bring it back. I keep forgetting.
About racism. Cam's funeral was, I believe, yesterday, and I just want to send an apology to his family members on the behalf of the black community, on the behalf of our racism.
The black community. On behalf of the black community, I would like to apologize to the parents of Austin Metcalf for making a hero out of the young man that killed your son. I apologize that there are so few fathers around. And
ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing? What the fuck are you guys apologizing for? Did the black community as a whole conspire to kill this kid? No. This was an isolated incident between two high school students. One high school student took it too fucking far. He stabbed the kid in the chest, and now he has to stand trial for it and pay for his crimes. That's it. But no, here you dickheads come trying to make this shit worse than what it already is. And the shit is bad on its own. Y'all mad this kid's being made out to be a victim? You're the reason why this kid is being made out to be the victim. Your rhetoric, oh, he's a stone cold killer. He's a murderer. He's a thug. He's a menace to society. You're the reason for the left's reaction making this kid a victim. Because instead of looking at this shit on his face, making a rational argument on why you feel like this kid is guilty and should do some time, what do? You denigrate and you lump in the entire black fucking community as a whole in on some shit that happened in Texas between two kids. Oh, 52 and 13 and black people are predominantly violent. That's you. And I'm not just talking about fucking Rob Smith and this random nigga. Look at this goofy ass nigga. He got a follow button in the top right hand corner of his screen because he's trying to get his fucking numbers up. I'm talking to people like the Quartering. I'm talking to people like Stu Peters. I'm talking to people like Colin Rugg who are making this shit a racial thing. Your rhetoric is the reason why his gifts and go hit $400,000. Your rhetoric is why his family feel like they need to move because they're getting death threats, because your rhetoric is putting a battery in people's backs, sending these people death threats. You're facilitating the very thing that you claim to rally against. I swear, yo, when did the right become the left? Somebody please tell me that. And if people want to donate to this kid's cause, this kid's defense fund, that's their prerogative. They're grown adults. They know what they signed up for. They know where their money is going and why it's going there. Who are you to tell people that they can't send money to a cause that they believe in? I don't see no outrage or backlash to the people who send the money to Austin Metcalf's family for funeral arrangements and whatever else they're using that money for. Sound like communism to me. It sounds like you don't want this kid to have a fair trial, is what it sounds like. All the while calling yourselves patriots and defenders of the Constitution. I swear, a lot of y'all need to take a long look in the mirror and see what you've become. The only people that stayed objective on this is Hoteps and LawTube for the most part. I swear, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And cut this dumbass shit out. Anyways, Cannon Hotep. I'll holler at y'all. What shooting in Dallas? I heard about the one shooting at the other school in Dallas where the kid got shot in the leg. I heard about that. Tomorrow is Second Amendment Appreciation Day by Sticks Hex in here. I'm going to have to look that up. Quarter pounder is just a whiner. Oh, man. But yeah, they was tripping on that video talking about they're what they say? Hold on, I don't feel like going to it. One person was sitting there talking about they're apologizing for the savage behavior of the black community and them cheering for the death of the white kid. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I basically said that, like, that shit's wild. I've been said that shit's wild, right? Like, people who follow me know that I said that shit is wild. I think that's crazy to cheer for the death of a kid, right? This shit happens every day. It's an isolated incident. Shit happens every day. I said it happened earlier this fucking week here in Baltimore. Nobody talking about them two kids. You know what I mean? It came up on my Citizens app. Not even the news talked about the shit. So it's how common that shit is, which is sad. But then when you got the two polar opposites when it happens with the white and black paradigm, that's when people really want to start grifting. It's a poor grift. It's a terrible grift. It's the dark side of the grift. And Stu Peters and those guys, they're taking that shit way too far. Colin Rugg and those guys are taking that shit way too far. They gotta cut that shit out, yo. Oh shit, I missed it. Hold on, what was that? Hold on, I missed it. Hold on, what's that? The quartering, what do you say? Shit, oh, there we go. Appreciate you. Oh, damn, that's what's up, Joe Music. I appreciate you, Joe Music. Says, the quartering gonna come out of bankruptcy from his coffee business, the way he has been grifting off Carmelo. I appreciate the $4.99. I appreciate that. I didn't know I could click on like super chats on this shit. Like, so I couldn't read it because the little super chat icon was in the way. But if I click on the super chat icon, I can read that shit. That shit is fire. It's funny that Rope Right keep trying to say woke right is fake. No, it's they really turning into the left, Joe. I guess 420 doesn't exist anymore and nigga ain't said a word about it. You got a bunch of motherfuckers talking about this Hitler's birthday, and then you got people saying that Trump's gonna create martial law on 420 through the Insurrection Act. I'm like, y'all gotta cut all this fear mongering out, yo. I might eat an edible in solidarity. It's still a pick and choose. They ignore the 33 white folks that hold on. This shit just fucking went. 30 white folks that died unarmed or was beaten to death by the police. They're always going to ignore that. Why is Kyle Rittenhouse speaking on it? He should be laying super low after beating 2 bodies. He's crazy. What's up, Pro? Appreciate it, Rug. Appreciate that $4.99. I appreciate it. I appreciate that $4.99. You're one of the few voices of reason on this platform. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thanks. Hey, Pro, what you doing for Easter, yo? I know you gonna be on the grill. I know you gonna be up. I know you gonna be grill mastering out this bitch. What you got going on, yo? What you got going on? I gotta go. I gotta hit the Restaurant Depot. I gotta hit that Restaurant Depot. Why they run with the Metcalf shit? Don't get me to lie to you. Don't get me to lie to you. Because it was white on black. Period. Full stop. Now, what I will say is that I think that if it was the opposite, then you had the left doing the same shit that they're doing right now, that the right's doing. But it's just this tit for tat, us versus them mentality that this shit gotta stop. This us versus them shit has to stop. Like I said, if you're gonna argue on the facts, on the merits of the case, like, you know what I mean? Like me and HJ, we don't see eye to eye on this situation, but at the same time, me and him never once argued about the racial aspects of this. It was just, you know, our perspective on the law and how the law be applied according to what's out right now. Right? And that's all in fun, right? That's all in fun. That's just me and him grifting, you know, the good side of the grift. It's just all in fun. Like, you know, I got a different perspective than he got. You know what I mean? Him and Unc got a different perspective than each other. You know what I mean? It's all in good faith, and it's all in just, that's what black people do. That's how barbershop arguments happen all the time. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, well, and then you like, all right, fuck it, let's go hang out. You know, but these dudes they out this bitch just scorching earth. Right? They out this bitch just scorching earth. I mean, jumping the shark. Are you going to your grandmother's house this Easter? Okay, so you ain't gotta do nothing. You just going to go sit down and grab you a plate. That's what I'm talking about, Pro. That's what I'm talking about, goddammit. Pro said he gonna sit down, he gonna have himself a plate, and he chilling. I hear that. That's what's up. I think last year we just went to a restaurant. This year we doing it at the house. That's right, we had Thanksgiving at my house this past year. That's right. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry than this fucking situation, man. But people putting so much energy into it. It's Orange Crush weekend, and they got the permits this year. Oh, is that right? So they got the permits this year. Oh, it's going to turn the fuck up, is it? It's going to turn the fuck up. You're not doing no DJing down there? For no parties or nothing? Get that bread? The country is divided online, but in the real world, people don't care about this shit. I also agree with that, Mop. Like, when I was talking to my homeboys about it, it was like, nah, I ain't hear about that shit. What the fuck you talking about? And then I was like, then they had, my homeboys, they had their opinions on, like, oh, that nigga going to jail. But yeah, the real world, they just like, yeah, I mean, but like my homeboy said too, they was like, this shit happen all the time. Like, why are they worried about this? I was like, exactly. He's like, this shit happens all the time. Is that why he chimed in? Child chimed in because the Democrat sock puppet grifting off Mello's family brought up the lie about Kyle during the press conference, accusing him of shooting those guys in the back. That is true. Yeah, and they keep saying that he brought the gun across state lines and he didn't, and some more shit. Yeah. Yeah. No, ain't shit dropped, Jason. But you know what dropped today? You know what dropped today, Jason? Thank you for bringing that shit up. Thank you for bringing that shit up. You charging up the drone? I hear that shit. I hear that shit. Pro gonna be out there getting his interviews, watch some ass shake. That's what I'm talking about, Pro. No, but you right, Jason. So ain't no more Epstein shit than came out, right? I told y'all, what I tell y'all, that shit was quietly gonna go the way of the dodo. Right? I said that Pam Bondi will no longer be with us before she's supposed to be no longer with us before anything else comes out about that fucking shit. But we'll get everything else. So today, the Department of National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard has released the RFK files. Dun, dun, dun. The RFK files. I'm like, the fucking RFK files? These are damning details about RFK and his assassination. And I'm just sitting there like, hey, yo, where the fuck are the Epstein files? No shade to RFK or RFK Jr., but where the fuck are the Epstein files? That's what we want to see. Y'all guys keep giving us every fucking thing else but the fucking Epstein files. And we're never going to get those. Okay, guys? We'll get those in another 20 years. When all of the fucking players or whoever was involved in that shit are fucking long gone. The next 20 or 30 or 40 years, we'll see the Epstein files. They'll be popped out. Maybe President Barron Trump will fucking do it. Oh yeah, the JFK files was a fucking nothing burger. I'm sure the RFK files nobody really give a fuck that much about. You know? They trying to hit Tulsi with voter fraud? Goodness gracious. They trying to hit her with voter fraud. The same people that don't want voter ID. Interesting. You think they're going to come by midterms? We'll see. That's a fuck them files. Pack the income tax up and keep it moving. I hear that. Was there anything good in the JFK files? Nope. Wasn't nothing that we didn't already know in the JFK files. It wasn't nothing that we didn't already know. That's the funny part about the JFK files. They unredacted the JFK files, but then when we read them bitches, it was just like, we already knew about that. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? There was no voter ID fraud. Like what? Y'all niggas don't even want voter ID or voter fraud. Y'all don't even want voter ID. Y'all niggas committed the most egregious voter ID fraud in 2020. Here we go. No voter ID, but real ID in effect. Exactly, Jason. That should just be tripping me out. That should be making me laugh, yo. That should be making me laugh. They got to clear all the Democratic illegals out by next month. Are they working at a breakneck pace on that shit? They're definitely working at a breakneck pace on that shit. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. I said I had real ID since 2021. That's when Maryland forced it on everybody. Like if you was getting if you had to get your license renewed, that's the only way you can get that shit renewed was applying for real ID. Mm. Oh yeah, it definitely came from the Patriot Act. I think it was 2020. I think it was 2005. It was either 2005 or 2007. I got that shit. Got the little star in the top fucking right hand corner of my ID with another picture of my face as a hologram. Oh, real ID, real ID. Like we said earlier, that shit is just another big brother tactic, man. That real ID is going to represent everything. And it could possibly be a replacement for the passport. Shout out to JA for that insight. That shit going to have your vaccine passport on it. Your fucking social media is going to be on your real ID. Next step is they ain't even going to be a card. It's going to be a fucking QR code. Yeah, my real ID is, I have to renew that shit in 2029. Like I said, I got my shit in 2021, and 2021, and you got to renew it in 2029. Got to renew it in 2029 for me. Your shit expires in 2030? Yeah, and now it's 2029. I was looking at that shit today. I'm gonna just start showing them my TWIC card. I'm gonna just start showing them niggas like, here, look, I can't go my TWIC card. All right, is this enough? This is a federal ID right here, my TWIC card. Is that enough? Gosh dang it! What? Is my federal ID enough? My TWIC. You know what I mean? When does my TWIC expire? My TWIC expires in 2028. Sonny just went live. Sonny going live? Oh shit. Where's she going live on? She going live on YouTube? They gonna grok the photo. Is she live on YouTube? On Twitter? Okay. Oh, the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome. That's right. I keep forgetting that she at the Thunderdome. Shit. What's she talking about today? What's Sonny talking about today? That'd be nice if I could actually share the screen, guys, and we went over to X and jumped into her Thunderdome. Yeah, they want birth certificate, social security number, bills. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Like I was reapplying. Like I never had a license. Like this is my first time getting a license. But that's so they can have all that shit in one database. Kind of like how they want with the gun registration. They'll probably try to encompass that shit too. Anyway. That's all I got, guys. I'm about to go in here and see what the hell we got going on today. It's a very empty parking lot, so I guess I'm going to have a pretty easy day today, guys. Oh, she joined somebody else's spaces. Still, I'm gonna go see what it is, see what she's talking about. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. Thank you, Win Lose a Rug, for the super chat. And thank you, who else gave me the super chat? Joe Music, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll let y'all.